Brad Charbonneau, Thursday Thunder. Who will you be next? I am not going to be that flat tire rolling on the highway over there. Hey, it's Thursday. I'm Bradley. This is Thursday Thunder. In case you're new here, I am recording a video per week every single Thursday for 52 weeks of the 52 weeks of 2020. This is week number, I don't really know, 6 or something. And it's early February. It's like 1 degree out. And I want to know, who will you be next? Now, the reason I bring this up, I just had quite a breakthrough a couple of days ago. I have an 11 book series called Repossible, with books in there like Ask and Create and Decide and Play and Meditate and Surrender and all kinds of fantastic titles like that. But I needed the subtitle for the overall series. And I was struggling with this because I really wanted to create the paperback. And in Amazon, when you create a paperback, you make the title and the subtitle, and you can never change those again. They're set in stone. Otherwise, you probably have to delete the book, and I don't know. So I needed a subtitle, and it just wasn't coming. And I had all of this, wishy-washy stuff. I had this hardcore stuff. I had all kinds of stuff with possible and impossible, and possible, no longer impossible. I don't like repeating also. I've got possible up there in the title, right? So this is a long story. Actually, it's a really long story. I put up a Facebook post. I had 68 comments on it of what this subtitle should be. Now, part of what I want to say here is I have a speech next week called Create. And this is me walking the talk. By creating this subtitle, by creating the discussion, it creates more discussion, right? By creating the subtitle, hey, look, here it is. What do you think? I'm creating discussion, which means I'm creating more creation. Yeah, so it builds on itself. It's like cells that just build on each other and multiply and divide and split and conquer. But had I never asked, had it been nothing, nothing multiplied by nothing is still nothing. So here we are creating, and I'm just creating a little subtitle. But what is that subtitle? I'm creating a comment on a Facebook post. And all I'm looking for is that one little subtitle. And if I can find that, then I've already made a huge progress. Now, it's a bigger topic, it's a bigger theme. It's the whole subtitle for my entire 11 book series. So I need this to be fantastic. I need it to be great. But I need to start with something. I need to start with a question, start with, what is this? And I need people to ask me what it is, and I need to then go through it. I need to then explain to them what's going on. All right? It's okay, Hunter. It's okay. It's okay, Hunter. Yeah, it's okay. Thank us, Babs. Here's your Babs. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. I'm coming. I'm coming. Good boy, Pepper Snap. Good boy. So, when I'm doing my thing, I'm up there and I'm getting sidetracked here. Hey, Hunches. Hello, Hunches. So I've got my stick, and I think I'm gonna delete this part. But hello, Hunter. Hello. Hello. Hi. Ja, lekker koud, maar wel blauw. Fris. Ja, droog. Super. Okay, I'm gonna cut that. One point that really hit home when I was talking about who will you be next was that This next version of you doesn't mean the final version of you. It doesn't mean the greatest with all of the 14 characteristics that you have compiled to manufacture this perfected version of yourself that you are finally going to become. This next version of you is whatever iteration. Maybe it's 2.0, maybe it's 1.3, maybe it's you and a little bit. But the next version of you is all that much closer to that next version. But I'm not saying that we keep striving towards the next and the next and the next. We get to version 2.0 and we're good. I'm going to go really geeky on you here for a second and talk about WordPress. I've used WordPress for a decade. I remember I was when they just started in San Francisco, sitting at the cafe with the founder, Matt Mullenweg, and they were just getting going. And smart, brilliant guy, right? And he had a way of the naming conventions with the order of the how it grows. So, there's version 1 and there's version 1.1 and all the way to 2, right? And so often what happens is, especially in software, they say, you know what? This is such a fantastic version. We're going to skip version 4 and jump all, or 4.2, and we're just going to jump. We're going to skip 4.3, 4.4, all that. We're just going to go to 5. It's such a big version, we're going to skip all that. He said no. He said, we're going to stay consistent, and some might be bigger than others, but that consistency was key, and not to have the big jumps. And he is stuck to his word. That was version, 0.9 or whatever I started out with, right? And now he's at 5.24, something like that. It's been years, and he stayed consistent with that growth. This is a bit what I'm getting at with who will you be next. I don't mean we're going to jump from version 1 to version 11 just like that. I mean, sure, if that's working for you, great. But a lot of us, when you have the expectation of the version 11, we just get stuck at version 1.1, and we even sort of regress to version 0.8, and we get stuck, and we don't do it, and we give up the whole thing. We say, you know what? I'm not even going to update. I'm going to turn off auto updates. There you go. I like that. Who will you be next? Next in your life. Right now, I am an author, and I live in Europe. For me, I often see it in sort of terms of what I'm doing and where I am. Next up, I'm an inspirational speaker. And if Rich Robinson has anything to do with it, I will be doing motivational and inspirational talks in Bali. I'm Bradley Charbonneau. This has been Rich Robinson. This has been Thursday Thunder. See where my mind is all over the place today. I'm talking to so many people. I have so many interviews. I have discussions. I've got chats. I've got groups. It's fun. We're working together. We are co-creating. This is where it's at its best, where we're doing it together. We're making something where there was nothing, and we are creating. I'm Bradley Charbonneau. This has been a Repossible podcast and rehearsal number, I think I'm on 5 for the Create Talk next week. I'm going to clearly polish it up and not have people walking through me and talking with their dogs. All right. See you next week.